Good morning. I wanted to try to provide a little context for what I just discovered. This is a 15-acre field that we planted into native grasses and wildflowers a couple years ago. And you couldn't walk across this field when we started. There was an immense amount of brush. And we removed all that brush and we brought it to the edge of the field and we built this. This is called rabbitt. It does a few things. It gives a place for me to put the debris. It gives a place for rabbits and mice and critters to live. It helps define the edges of the field, and it helps control traffic, meaning probably four-wheeler traffic or vehicle traffic, from just randomly leaving trails. You're less inclined, and these brush rows help direct all that. So I find these rabbitt areas to be very beneficial. Everything you see growing up in there is raspberry, by the way. Raspberries love to grow up in the brush rows. So this is another section we did last year and planted this spring. These are the oats coming through, and we took all the brush from this area and we put it along this tree line here. What's unique about this situation is this tree line separates the property from a county road. There's a dirt road right on the other side of these trees. So not only does the brush row serve wildlife here, it also helps control traffic, errant traffic or trespassers who might easily come in from the county road. So there was an additional reason I put it here. Now let me show you the problem. The problem is that somebody stole my rabbitt. Unbelievable. So somebody took my rabbitt. In late March, we had an epic ice storm in the area. The federal government dispatched FEMA. FEMA hired contractors to clean up all the fallen trees and brush that were along the power lines and on county roads and such. And those contractors get paid by the load. So their goal is to load their truck as many times per day as possible. Well, last week when I was out back, I saw one of those trucks driving up and down the road here, and I really gave it no thought. And at some point after I took off, he pulled alongside our property here, reached in with his boom crane, and grabbed as much brush as he could easily reach. And I say easily because no care was given. This is a nice maple, 8 inches in diameter, and he scarred all the bark for the bottom 5 feet. That tree is gonna die. He nicked the roots on that really big maple. It's very disappointing. The rabbitt I had here was just past those trees. And it's gone. It's gone. And it did, like I've said before, it did a few things. It gave a place for mice and rabbits to live, and it prevented some kid on a four-wheeler from just taking a beeline right into that field we own. And now that's not the case anymore. So unbelievable. So the yard where they're taking all this debris is across the highway. And I went over there yesterday and I did meet a supervisor, and he could see that I was pretty deeply affected. He agreed that he will rectify the situation, and he promised that he will send a loaded truck over next week, as many trucks as necessary, I guess, and put some brush back in here and rebuild it. This section of road here is 1,100 feet, and these guys damaged about a third of it, maybe half. So there's some work to do here. It's gonna take some doing, but it can be repaired. If they don't come through, I'll have no recourse but to repair it myself and seek reimbursement for the expenses. And that's what we're gonna be left with. Just unbelievable. That's another nice sample of what it looked like before he reached in and made it look like that. If only I had known. Well, what are you gonna do? They promised they'd come back and help rebuild it, so we'll see. I'll let you know. That's it. That's today's video.